Yo, what's up? This is the Volkswagen ID4, the 82 kilowatt hour version, and this is the max trim, so it's pretty well loaded. The price is about 500,000 NOK, and this is, by the way, rear wheel drive. So in this video I'm going to review the key differences between this one, and then eventually in another video I will test the more like stripped down version with less equipment. But that other model is a black one. I will get, actually I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow, will be about 80 to 90,000 NOK cheaper than this one. And I believe that base trim is called ID4 First. This is ID4 Max. The ID4 First, the stripped down version, should be the one with with the best bang for the bucks. But anyway, I know that people still want to get the top trim, so we're gonna show you now what it looks like in the top version. Okay, let's start with the front. So many people want to know, does this car have a frunk? Well, actually they always ask. Where is the, oh, there, okay. So no, it does not have a frunk, because the MEB platform is based on also all-wheel drive system, and this one is rear-wheel drive. So there's some motor and inverter in the back, but they also have they have provided space for the front motor. So yeah, they decided to actually not put anything. What is in here? We have the heat pump, we have I guess parts of the HVAC system and some coolant and stuff, and radiator, and then also space for front wheel drive system. So yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe I see it here that if they really tweaked it, they could have a small frunk, let's say similar to I-Pace frunk or something, but that's pretty much it. And the equipment you get in the Max that you don't get in the lower trim is, we have kick center here and motorized liftgate. Oh, yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's actually very nice. For me, who lives in Norway, motorized liftgates is gold, because if you have to open manually, you will get schmutz on your fingers in winter. Trust me, I've lived in Norway for over 30 years. And then another thing is that here we have a little button, press it, and then we have Antankekopplung. Yeah, you just do it like this, and you don't want to touch it because it might be full of schmutz. And then you press again, and then you just carefully put it back. You have to actually push it all the way until you hear the click. The first time I pushed it up and I didn't hear the click. Fortunately, Volkswagen, they will then display an error. So I figured, oh, it's not completely locked. Let me see. Oh, you see, now it wasn't completely locked. Or was it? No, it's locked now. It's locked. Alles gut. And here we have the trunk, and this one is exactly the same as the base model. So there's no difference here, but I can just show you what it looks like. We can take this board out and lower it, but actually the nice feature is that if you have it in this position and you fold the seats, it will be almost flat floor. But I'm gonna just take it out now and show you what is beneath. And by the way, here on the left side we have a nice pocket for putting some stuff, let's say charging cable or something. The same pocket on the right, and it's actually large enough to put a 4 liter of Wasser fluid in here. And then below here we have even more space, but that's it, because the rest here is just the drivetrain, electric motor and inverter because this is the rear wheel drive. But at least you also have space for charging cable type 2. We have the Schuko household plug. What the heck is this thing? A weapon? Okay, let's put it back there. Now let's check out the back seat. So the door in the ID4 is like this. Door handle doesn't actually move. It looks like it moves, but it doesn't move. And then there is like a flat button inside here that you press to open the door. And then we're gonna check now the back seat space. Whoa, this is way more than ID3, but anyway, so very nice. The interior here, the material quality might be slightly different from this trim to the base trim. I think this one has leather, but the other model might not have it. It may be just more fabric. But the same seating height Fairly good seating height, just a ton of leg room here, really. And this model is equipped with leather here, brown leather. That's a little bit too James May for me. So we have, I believe this is exactly the same. Maybe the material helmet is a little bit different than the base model. We're gonna check it out. And this is let's close the door so we get nice. Oh yeah, let's do the knocking. Yeah, so don't expect any premium feel on the interior. But just look here, we have just a shitload of space. I have now adjusted the seat for myself. I'm 173 centimeters, and you can see you have so much space. So usually people, long people, tall people, the legs will be more like this, but you really have to be really tall. So the space here is just enormous. But this is the same for the base model and this one. However, I'm not sure if we get two USB-C here. I measured the front one to be pretty powerful and give me lots of charging power. Now we have to check tomorrow if we actually have the USB-C here. And I'm not sure if we have the controls here also. But flat floor, very nice. And also, you see the material here is, well, now we have some sun, but it looks like Alcantara or flipped leather or something. And leather seats. I think the base model has just fabric seats. But here, see, we have middle armrest with cup holder. That's nice. It doesn't have any adjustable here though. But anyway, and this one I believe is also standard in the base model, that you get the ski opening. Very important for Norwegians. However, I'm gonna show you something that might affect the, it affects the look and feel of the car, the panorama roof. This one is for Max, that you don't get in the base model. So it gives you nice opening, nice open space here, which could be good if you have kids who tend to be car sick. But this glass, okay, I cannot show you right now, but there is a thing here, a little fabric thing that closes the roof if you don't want to have too much sun in here, and it also helps you in winter. It insulates slightly, but the glass here might, I don't know, just rough estimate, it might weigh 50 to 80 kilos extra, and that will actually reduce the, it increases consumption slightly and also reduces acceleration. But now we're going to check headroom, because I'm not sure how, well, actually, okay, I have not even a fist of headroom here, so that one is actually not too great, unfortunately. And actually, when I see it now, if you go for the one with a regular roof, I think it actually won't affect the headroom here, but it will probably affect the headroom in the driver, because you see how it's designed. And by the way, this glass cannot be open. It's just fixed. It's just for getting light in here. Now let's check out the front. And this is the front seat of the Max, and you see that we can adjust this one, which is important for people with long legs. I don't know how it is in the regular one, but the seat here in the Max is better than the base model. It has two memory, electric adjustable seats, lumbar support. It has also massage, really nice on long trip. But to be honest, I'd say that this seat is not a must-have. So I've been also driving, because this is the exact same seat in the ID3, and I tried also the base model, which just has manual adjustment. So if you really don't need it, then it's no big deal. But however, if you can afford it, I will actually recommend this one. I mean, the base seat is not bad, but this one is slightly more convenient, because you can then set you can save two settings here, and you have the some extra adjustment, I think, and also the massage is nice for long trips. So other than that, this one goes up and down, in and out, so that's very nice. Steering wheel, and overall though, nice comfort in the seat. But I feel like the seat, at least this one, is a little bit too firm. I wish it was a little bit softer. Especially, I mean, for a long trip, you will notice it. For local runs, you don't care really. And by the way, I have located the OBD port and I have installed an app called EV Notify. Thank you for the tip from my followers. And here, at least, you get some basic information like state of charge, I guess based on the display, how much we are pulling in power right now, the range, the consumption, but what is important is battery temperature and also voltage on the battery pack and the current from the high voltage battery. And this is actually the real state of charge. So this is going to be awesome when I do my test, so we know what the heck is going on. But okay, back to the review of the car. Here we have a button for opening and closing the rear lift gate. Okay, and then I guess we can just hold it down. Wait, how do you close it? Let me see if I can figure out this by myself. Actually, I can't. You can only open it. Scheisse! 999. Okay, whatever. I mean, you always bring your key fob anyway. So then, the ninja trick is to just hold down this one. Booyah! Like a boss. And then in the front here, this one I don't know. We have to check tomorrow the interior quality, but it's more like just like the other one. It's kind of very plasticky. So of course, if you don't like this shit, you should go for the Audi Q4 e-tron, because from what I've seen, the interior there looks way nicer, and also Skoda Enyaq. They are based on the same platform. Should be the exact same skateboard. Go inside. Very nice. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you this one. Not sure if you can see it, but this Max has double glazed windows. Yeah, kind of hard to show. It struggles to focus, but you will see that the rear doesn't have it, only the front. And this is only for the Max. If you go for the base model, you don't get this one, but the base model has double glaze or some kind of acoustic front windscreen at least. That's the standard on ID4. It's not standard on ID3, and that helps for reducing noise, because I've been driving the ID4 2 days now in a long trip, and when it was raining, I could barely hear the rain hitting the front windscreen. That's how awesome it is, and you already get that in the base model. So now let's check out inside. This one, you see that the screen here is bigger than the ID3. This is standard, so you already get that one. Same here, everything here is standard. Steering wheel is supposed to be the same. The light, however, is slightly different. This car has LED matrix lights. They are freaking awesome, superb, really, really good lights. That one you don't get in the standard one or the base model. You only get standard, non-adaptive lights. And also here we have, well, okay, as for the lights, the light alone is actually worth it. So I'm gonna make it really hard for you to choose, but I really love the headlights. These these adaptive headlights. They also turn in the curves, yeah, and then they black out parts. And you can see here in the front here we have AR, a really big head-up display. I'm gonna show if you can see some. Can we? Yeah. Well, let me see. Yeah, you see some numbers there. And this one, it has been activated. The AR stands for augmented reality. So when you drive, you will see signs pointing. When you have navigated something, you have signs pointing there, or you have when you have the lane assist showing. It's nice, but I've been driving with it for a while. To be honest, I don't really care about the head-up display and the augmented reality. So that's just my personal opinion, because I feel like I already get enough information from here and here anyway. So yeah, for me, that one is not too important, and it might actually add a little bit of extra weight and complexity, and maybe, you know, more stuff that can break in the future. So in here, it should be the same as the base model. Let me see. There is a weird room under here that you don't have in the ID3. But the problem with this room is that there's no edge. So if you put something here, stuff will just slide around. So I actually almost never put anything here unless there's something that can stick. This one should be the same as this piano trim. I don't like it. It will be scratchy all the time. This one should be standard with 2 USB-C, but I'm not sure about the wireless charging pad here. And here, this one should also be standard. It's just the way you can organize the cup holders. You also can close this one. So the seat here, you see, it's like the back. And what I do love is the adjustable armrest here in individual. So this is also standard, but I think in the base model, it's not this leather material. It's some kind of fabric. But let's see now. Important for many people, headroom. Oh yeah, you see, this is an advantage. If you're a tall person, you want to get the glass roof. I mean, if it's a problem for you, but with the glass roof now, panoramic roof, you have more than a fist of clearance. We'll see tomorrow, we'll probably have less clearance here, if that matters for you. And you see, tall people, they usually have to go backwards a little bit. And some cars, they have maybe like a weird beam in the middle, for example, Model X or Model S, but because this one is just a single piece of glass, then you will still have that nice headroom for tall people. And other than that, the most of this should be the same. This one should be more or less the same. It's not it's not Alcantara or something premium here, so that's also the same. So actually, I think that completes the... Okay, one more thing. Okay, I'm going to show you here. I almost forgot about it. The sound system here is not the best I've ever heard. So I'm not sure if it's the top model or what. I heard that it's coming because, you know, it's still early. But if it matters, supposedly in a couple of months, you will have the option to get Dyn audio. And Dyn audio has a pretty wide range, but supposedly Dyn audio should be better sounding. So I'm not too happy with the stereo system here. If it's important for you, you should wait until Dyn audio is out, because the cabin in the Max is super quiet, and that will give you a nice experience for music. But one more thing with the Max is that the Max has this lane assist. It's called travel assist, which is the good shit that stays within the lane. And you will also find some settings about it. Well, you can see here, if we go to assist, here, you will see the lane assist with some, lots of other options here also. So what is important with the Max here is that you get the lane assist also in the base model, because that's not the case for the ID4, if I remember correctly. And the lane assist is superb. So many people have been asking me, how good is the lane assist? It's fairly good on motorways and on fairly straight roads with well-defined lines. But however, if it gets twisty, or if the line doesn't, oh shit, sorry for the light here, but if it gets twisty or the lines gets not so well defined, then it tends to just, without warning, almost steer towards the ditch or steer towards the middle lane and almost go over it. So you have to pay attention. So many people ask me about this, and the lane assist or the travel assist is not as good as Tesla, unfortunately. Tesla is one of the best, or I would say the best out there when it comes to that one. Tesla can drive in the wet. It doesn't care. It can kind of just, it sees the lane, or it creates a virtual lane or something, line. And even if the road gets a little bit twisty, it will still work. It's kind of, well, because of EU regulations, it will then bug you and ask you to take over. But technically, the car can do it. Tesla can do it. And also on places where the lines are kind of washed out, it will still work. And Tesla will even work on those narrow roads in Norway without a center line. That's how good Tesla is. But I have to mention that the big downside with Tesla is phantom braking. This car, I've driven it a lot. I've driven it 2,000 kilometers already. It doesn't phantom brake. So then it's up to you to decide whether you want it or not. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for the review of this Max version. And then tomorrow I will get the base one, and then you can see the differences. And then you can decide which one you should go for. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.